Hello, hello. There we are. Cool. All right. Great. All right. Hey, it's Tuesday. It's time to stream. We're gonna try to do something a little longer today. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes. Have to take a 30-minute break later. Kind of the usual. It tends to happen a bit. But yeah, so we're back in Satisfactory, and I have been working on powah. Um, I've taken to this little marshy area. I don't know what you call it, murky thing down on the south end of the map because I want to expand our. Ooh, hold on, let me click that here while it's loading. Boom, right there. I wanted to expand our power situation. Forgot I was adventuring because we're gonna need some more power shards. Give me that. Okay, where am I at, and where do I need to go? Okay, I need to head west to get back to our area. Okay. Yeah, so let me show you what we've got going on for power because we're gonna need a lot of it. Lots of power. I'm not quite ready to get into nuclear because it's a bit of a mess. It is a messy mess, and I did get power or nuclear going in my last one, but it was a pain in the butt to try to keep all that. Let's grab this power slug over here. So missed. Did that hit me? Okay, you say so. Oh, there's another guy shooting at me. Never mind. Let's take them out. What's that? Away. Hold on. We're gonna get him. There he is. Okay, now where's this big bad boy? Ah, he ran. All right. Boom. Did I get him? That's got him. Okay, cool. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, before they so rudely interrupted me when I was trying to steal this power slug, we've been trying to add more power or more buildings, they call it, to the base, but we're gonna run out of power soon. So I've just been trying to collect power slugs because we've got a lot of power crystals that need to be made and ran in here. So something else try to shoot. There's another power slug. We're gonna grab these on our way back through here. I like the adventuring part. I think I'm fully set up to do that now, except for one thing. Looks like we're about to run low on rebar, so let's get some of that out and ready to go. Explosive rebar. Thank you, thank you. How about our ammo? Might as well do that too while we're here. Ammo. This wasn't exactly what I planned on doing this stream. I forgot I left myself out in the middle of nowhere. Get rid of that. Come on. Power slugs. We got to get back to the main base area to get these power slugs converted into power crystals. But we can do that shortly. All right, we're headed west. Oh, there's a purple one right there we need to grab. Will they let me? Just some spitters here. I think I can grab this purple one. Let's see, right there. Oh. Okay, we're safe. Go, go, go. Alright, well there's our, here it is, right over here. Still a little south of us now. Alright, so, oh, power slug. Might as well grab more over here, right? As long as nothing opposes us, we're gonna get it. So this area down here is kind of a murky marsh. That's some water there. We'll get to that later if we need it up here. Yeah, lots of resources here. Anyway, this mass that's now starting... Oh, power slug. This... I'm sorry, my ADHD's coming out at the moment. Might as well call them squirrels, right? Guess I missed all those. So down here, there's a lot of oil. Guess what I just saw? Another power slug. This area is tough because those look like power slugs a little bit from a distance because they glow so much. Howdy, howdy. How you doing this morning? Thanks for joining the stream. Just getting some more Satisfactory done. And I've been off collecting power slugs. I'm going to show off our new power factory here. Whoa. Grab that. Don't fall. There we go. I'm gonna run out of fuel if I don't pull some over here real quick. Biofuel. Grab a few packages of that. Gotta actually throw it in there. Throw these out to storage. There we go. Okay. So, I did the math. And this has everything we need to set up turbo fuel as our power source. And the requirements are massive. Is that another slug? Is that another one of those mushrooms? That's a mushroom. Okay. That's annoying. So I've got these water extractors set up. I've got most of the stuff set up. I've just been running pipes and trying to distribute everything evenly. But since the oil was up higher, I was able to set this layer of refineries up. So these 8 refineries here are turning our crude oil into heavy oil residue, and then we're going to these blenders, which is taking that and making fuel out of it. So we got 7 of those. All but one of them are running it at 250%. So everything else is overclocked. This is just running at 100%. That's going to these 28 refineries here, which are going to make turbo fuel out of it. And then the turbo fuel is going to these 70 fuel burning units, 70 of them. I've just been working on getting the distribution pipe set up for that. And that should give us sufficient power for now, without having to go nuclear. We don't want to. I don't like nuclear. It's a lot messier. This is clean. It burns and it's done. It doesn't leave like byproducts and things like that. But here's the deal. This is only half of our oil. Let's see. As a matter of fact, let me just double check this. We've got 2 lines coming from here. This isn't even like all of it. So we can set up all of this again down lower for the lower ones. I'm just going to check the output on these. I'm trying to remember if they are max. Yeah, that's 600 and that's 600. I think each of these is just, yeah. So I can do that again at this same level, whole nother setup. And then over here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more of these. These might not be running out the same amount though. So this is 300. I believe that one over there is just 150. There might be a pure one over here that's 600. So the quality of the node, the resource node, yeah, that's 600 there, affects how much oil you get out of it, or resource. That's a 300. So we got another 600 up there, can do just as much as this. Another 600 here that can do just as much. And then 1, 2, you add that 300 to this 300, and you have 4 times that. And then we just have this sloppy little one over here. This is just doing 150. We've just got it basically giving us enough power to get set up, right? It can run 2 generators of just regular fuel. If I turn this into turbo fuel, it could do a bit more. Either way, our only problem here is room. Having enough room to actually refine all this. And if I'm not mistaken, we can take this a step further, which is crazy. And we can burn a rocket. That's a refinery, sorry. We could burn rocket fuel, I think. I just don't have it unlocked yet, which would burn even less per minute. So at 7.5 per minute, give me that. This is putting out 40. What it will put out 46.875. So one of these can fuel several of these, and that's just crazy. So we're gonna get that going. It does require a lot of other resources. We've got water coming in. We've got this compacted coal being made here from our convenient coal and sulfur that's right nearby. It's like they did that on purpose. So anyway, we need to launch off to our, where's my launcher? Right there. Our main area, and get these power slugs converted so we have enough power crystals. Whee! This should be enough to launch us over the whole thing. We gotta be careful burning our fuel though. We have to land down here. There's another launcher. So, matter of fact, let's shoot for that. We're gonna pull back, slow down, slow down. Okay. And there we go. Okay. Make it to that before we run out of fuel. Good job. Okay. Refilled. And away we go. Over here to the space elevator. We have made more progress with train stations. Over here, we've got a few more supplies coming in. That one's set up. I can't remember if I'm running that train yet. Let's see. No, it doesn't have a name. Supply coppering. No, I don't have that one set up to run yet. So, I worked on putting the train station in. I just haven't hooked it up. Boosters. Slow down. Okay, there we go. And we're here. Great. So let me get all my power slugs out. Here. Power. 28 of those. 22 of them. 14 of them. Awesome. Okay, and we'll go down. Oh, wait. That already has production for power. Okay, these are giving me 10 shards per unit. So that's 140 more there. I've got... Let's see here. None. Okay. Okay. I've been using them up like crazy, and that's one of the disadvantages of overclocking everything. The advantage is I don't have to build as many of the factory pieces, like like those fuel burning units that I have over there. If I did not overclock them all at 250%, I'd have to have 2.5 times as many. So instead of 70, we'd have what, 140, 175. And that'd take up a lot of space. And it'd look messy, so if we can get these in here. Problem is 70 times 3 is 210. 210 crystals, so I need 210 more crystals in order to run just those. 210 crystals just to run the power units. What am I looking for my next... I haven't picked a next tier. I guess we're going to particle enrichment. I finished up nuclear power. We've unlocked it, but I won't actually be using it for a while. We need to get a lot of lower level resources in automated before we can really manage that, because it needs stuff to produce your encased uranium cells, and then we need to make these. There's a lot of things we need to make, and this is what we actually burn. So we have to make this and this, and then to make this, and then those go into the nuclear power plant. Yeah, that's for the spaceship we're doing. Then there's a byproduct that comes out of this, the spent nuclear fuel rods or uranium fuel rods. They can't be thrown away. So we have to store them until we can convert them into something useful. Converting them means this. We convert them to non-fissile uranium, whatever those words are. And then that can be turned into plutonium pellets and encased plutonium cells that can be burned. And then, well, actually, I think these somewhere along the line can be destroyed if we wanted to, but we've got to have a particle accelerator to do that, as well as some other things going on. So in order to properly do nuclear power, we need to get these where we can get rid of the waste, and those can be synced and give you points for it. But for now, like, what we'd have to do is set up a nuclear power plant, and then all this junk that comes out of it we're just going to throw in storage, but then that's going to make the entire area super radioactive, and we're not ready for that. I don't want to deal with it. There's a great place to do it. That's a giant hole in the map. I just like put giant industrial storage boxes way down below, so like if you're in the area, you can just avoid the immediate area and still be okay. But those have to be dealt with, obviously, in a safe manner for the game, or just carry a lot of stinking filters with you to deal with it. Alright, power shards 2. That'll give us So 5 per, 4 shards per 1. So 22 times 4 is 88 more. There's 144 already. We should give us... How many power crystals do we have? Oh, 266. Plus these. Just gonna throw these 100 in here. Should throw them all in. Tier 9 is when we get to where we can do synthetic power crystals, but we're not quite there yet. We will get there. Alright, let's see here. So, I don't have my Spotify playlist going today. I think I just went chill with it. We can, however, let me check this and make sure. We've got gameplay. Maybe it's in audio. Let's see here. Streamer mode, mute license music. Okay, we've got that set ready to go. So, what I can do is, let's see. We have a way to play music in game. It's approved. Shouldn't be a problem. We have here cassette tapes with a boombox. So we'll grab one of these, right? And then we've got the Absolute Fix-It. That's a great one. We can actually buy all these. Boombox Anniversary. I don't know what this one's about. That one, but this is from one of their games, Sanctum 2, and then this is the one I like the most. Goat Simulator. That was one of their games that was popular back in the day. We have plenty of tickets, so we're just going to buy the... Oh, that was free too. Look at that. I should have gotten that to begin with. Those are all the cassettes you can get in game. They're pretty cool. So let's go ahead and grab all those and get some music going here. There we go.
In the early days of the Save the Day program, when I was still in alpha, some of the employees would store their personal musical projects on my servers. In a way, this was the music I was conceived to. Enjoy.
That's an interesting way to put it, but there you go. We're going to put that boombox over here. So this has a certain feature. No tape. Yeah. So... And there's a tape in there, which would be, let's see, open menu. Let's find a tape. Change tape. Went down. Fix It Friday. Worst of Goat Simulator. Hopefully this will work. And not be muted. So yes, there's this thing called boom mode. So when you're, let's see if we can find a hostile creature over here. Sometimes they're there. I do apologize if this is muted. Is it supposed to be streamer safe? Looking for a hostile creature. See if we can find it. But when music's playing... This has an attack mode. No, I don't want to do that to him. Oh, these guys are great. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and grab these real quick. And like this right here is a great example. And when they come over here, you can go... Boom, right? And the boombox takes them out. I don't know how often you can do that. Go. Not often enough. Anyway, so that'll keep playing. The only thing you have to watch out for is you can't accidentally place it down, and then you've lost it, right? So it can be placed down. Okay, hold on. Middle mouse button, right there. So you're... Oh, that guy. Okay. Pick it up. Oh, where's the play button? Nothing else button. Here we go. See, it's got knockback to it. It's pretty cool. I don't know if it damages him, but he definitely doesn't like it. So, I gotta switch tapes real quick. Let's get the absolute fix it. There we go. We're gonna put that one in. You need to have the animation of changing. I wonder how many times it does that. Boom. Sounds like it's injuring him. But it might not be. So we're gonna take him out. Yeah. It just does knockback. Which, I mean, you know, it won't get rid of the hatchlings, I guess we're gonna call them, from the hatcher, but like it does at least do knockback to some of these creatures. So anyway, it's a fun thing to have. I'm gonna turn the volume down a bit. I feel like it's kind of loud. Let me do that real quick. In here, audio, master volume, effects, UI, music volume. That's all the way off. On a dialogue. Where's it at? Effects. Okay. Let's pull it back to right about there. I like the music, but I don't want to be too loud. There we go. Cool. So that's their solution to music not playing all the time, but you want music playing. You got the boombox. But yeah, again, just be careful setting it down, because music won't follow you. You don't want to lose it. The problem is, it's the middle click button, which I use a lot, right? So if we're on that and I middle click something like that, it plays. You could lose your thing. Okay. All right. Hello, Jorg. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Just created your account not too long ago, I see. So glad this is one of the first streams you join. We're just playing some Satisfactory. Just chilling today. Let's see. Let's get our next thing of power slugs running here. Right there. 28. That should give us another good bit there. Let's go ahead and throw those in. Get right in there, and sweet. Alright. Oh, no, we forgot something else. We gotta throw this in there too. Alright, so we're just, we collected a bunch of power slugs. We're just converting them into power crystals. When we get to tier 9, which, to be honest, it might be a little while, because this stuff is just crazy. What we have to do, well, I mean, we can make all this. We're close enough. We've got these being made. We're getting closer to that. We're making the parts for that, which includes this. It's kind of a manual setup, and we have that. The problem is going to be phase 4 parts for this have to be sent before we can start tier 9. Okay? And this especially is going to require the particle accelerator, and that is no joke. It is a bit more complicated, uses a lot of power. It's just a pain in the butt. It's just why I'm getting our power setup going much better. And then these others, they're all just annoying. So we'll get to that. But we don't have a lot of the base parts for that being automatically manufactured. So it's really senseless to try to approach it at the moment, because it'd be a lot of manual crafting and manual, even like setting up manufacturers or blenders. I'd have to manually be putting stuff into them to get them to make that. So we're just gonna kind of avoid it for now. If we pretend it's not there, right? Okay, let's see. I just want to see how many we have total. Oh, we're full. Cool. We're just that, right? Let's see, power 550. Okay, sweet. Let's put all this together. Just the 56 I'm carrying on me. Got 500 more in storage. Cool. Nice. All right, then let's go ahead and get our remains going here. Alien remains. That's a lot of hog remains. That. Spitters. There's two things I like to do with the remains. We convert them into DNA, first of all. And then we can either... No, packaged protein, whatever that stuff is. Convert them that way first. And then we can either make DNA for the sink, which I think there might be research we need that for. But okay, let's get a hog protein going here. Been a while since I've done this, so I know we've got plenty. There you go. So that's going to duplicate those. Now this stuff can be converted to biomass, and it's like 100 per unit. So each one of these gives us 2 alien proteins, which gives us 100 biomass, which can then be converted to solid biomass. And with the doubler, it actually is a 1-for-1, because it would be a 2-to-1. So solid biomass, this is the way to go if you don't want to just keep collecting wood and grass, because that's a pain in the butt. Just go kill some creatures. That's all we have to do, right? Nice. Okay, so that's kind of the plan for that. We've got plenty of solid biomass here. The main reason that we want this is to make our packaged liquid biofuel, and I have a small manual setup over there that automatically uploads it. It's really not that much of a problem because we don't use a ton of it, but it automatically sends it to the dimensional depot for us. Research wise, that is a tier 9 thing, the singularity cells. When we have those, we can manufacture. There's actually teleporters in game that'll come along with that. I need to make those 100 yeah, so let's just go ahead and put that on the to-do list and let's get those done. I think we can knock that out real quick. AI limiters. Okay. So anyway, I redid our main depot a little bit in order to get the train lines running better. So our train lines come in from over on this side of the map. They're going straight through an opening in the depot. So I split 2 of the old stations over and moved them to the side so that sorry, let me check this real quick. So that they don't have to drive as far around to get to their train stations. I made it a little cleaner. I'll show you that in a little bit. But that needed to happen so that we can get a better train setup going there and expand for more stations. So we have more room to add stations. I expanded our platform over on that side so that we can fit more stuff in. Let's see, what else? I've got a few more stations up and running. This one right here at the main base, we've got... what are we making? I can't remember. I have to go see what products we have there, but I think I set up 2 stations on that line. One... I'll need to double check that. I can't remember for sure. I've set up several train stations here lately. This end of the map's had a lot of problems with signaling and trains getting jammed together just because of how many I have over here. I have one that's just a supply run that's taking steel pipe from our original spawn area factories and running them over to another area that's using steel pipes. So that train kind of gets in the way sometimes, but I adjusted the signals and the paths and all that so that everything runs better. And it doesn't look like anything's jammed up at the moment, so we should be good with that. That's just something I have to keep an eye on. If you ever see a yellow, a stop yellow signal here, or train indicator that's stopped in yellow, there is an issue. So just have to adjust things. I found that like leaving room between signals for the train to actually sit helps, because if the signal on this end, like if they're going through, the signal over here stops them, but they haven't cleared this one, then the train coming through this way can't go. And I don't know. It's all kind of, I don't really do trains much, so I don't quite understand it. They're very convenient and they look a lot better. than conveyors in this game. So what was I on? Ethereum, is that where that was at? Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and do this one real quick. We should probably get some hard drives going too. That'll finish the Ethereum research. The new programmable splitter.
Programmable splitter unlocked. This upgrade to the smart splitter provides additional options to improve conveyor belt logistics.
Okay. Good for us. So I need to get more of this packaged fuel. Rocket fuel. Okay. That entire setup is going to be obsolete as we get rocket fuel. So, yay for me. I need to get packaged turbo fuel. I need to make some empty fluid tanks with aluminum, I believe that is, right? So, aluminum, yeah, aluminum ingots. And then it's tier 9. Let's see, what was I saying? It's going to take the nuclear stuff. This we could probably do. I think we need to package a lot of that turbo fuel somewhere. Get that going and packaged. And we can unlock a couple more things here. This has to come first because we need packaged rocket fuel to unlock this ionized fuel. Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm just curious. Ionized fuel. Fuel power generators. Now, I don't use this in jetpacks because it has a... Well, maybe it is better. I know the rocket fuel has a very quick burn rate. It does give you a lot of lift, but it doesn't burn long. So for longer traveling, it's not as good. If you switch over just to get up and then switch back, it's okay. But liquid biofuel is probably my best as far as easy ones to get. I don't know. I haven't looked into research on that to see if it's worth it. But these are two things. Like we could get that unlocked pretty soon once we package up some turbo fuel. And once we get a little more, so this one's the next thing we need to unlock. Zooping is just zooping. We could make those. I just don't necessarily need to. 55 zoops is a lot. Alright. So again, tier 9. Tier 9. Perfectly within our reach. I don't feel like doing nuclear. So these 3 we can knock out soon. I do need to get some hard drives going. If I can stop talking long enough to look them up. Drives. We got 12 of them, man. Goodness gracious. We need 2 of them for research. No, here, right? We need a hard drive there, right? And 100 power crystals. Okay, so we need 2 hard drives we need to set aside. We don't need to research on. But let's go ahead and get at least one going. We've still got some really good alternate recipes we haven't unlocked yet. No, don't do that. What is next? Spitters. There we go. All right. Get those running, but that's kind of where we're at now. I'm going to leave these to just run and do their thing. I'm going to keep checking on that. Phone notification. Don't need those. Thank you very much. All right. Well, let's head back over. We got to work on that power plant. Oh yeah. I didn't put that opening there specifically for this, but it does help. I just got to make sure this other launcher here. I have set up a turbo... excuse me. What are these called? Hypertube launchers that'll get you across the entire map. But, that's just insane. Okay, we're low enough. Let it stop. There we go. This will get us to the power station. Alright. I love flying. This is fun. Here we go. Now this music should be okay because it's part of the game, but then again, I also got muted for Minecraft music while playing Minecraft, so I'm not entirely sure. Is that a... Yeah, okay. Slow down. Let's grab this. Who fight me? Nobody? You clear? I've gotta grab up. No, there's something here. What is it? Oh, you. Okay, no problem. Oh, there he goes. Fly, you fool. Let's just hop back over here. We will get to the power station that is about to be obsolete as soon as I unlock these next things. Music stop. There we go. We've got enough filters. I'm not too worried about this causing you trouble. But I do like to get rid of all of them just because I might think that I haven't cleared the area. Dang, lag. Hold up. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta stop and let the lag clear. It's all these pieces. All these rock pieces. They'll do that sometimes. Not rock, but whatever. Once they despawn, you're good to go. But when all these start flying around, just the physics of each one have to be calculated, and it will lag the game out a little bit. It's probably my computer issue, not a Satisfactory issue. But there we go. Okay. Anyway, we were heading over here. Probably wouldn't hurt to put it in between. I've got... Oh, it's way over there. Oh, power slug. Sorry. I can't help but get these. Like, I need them. They're just crazy. They're just all over the map, and there's plenty more that I haven't gotten yet, but... ooh, especially a purple one. We're not letting that slide. And something shoot me? See if I can get out of his way. If not, he'll just hit me. Alright, have fun, Mr. Rockhog. Bye-bye. Thanks for the power slug. Oh, yeah, he's still trying to shoot me. Missed. What is that? Is that a Mercer sphere? Or is it just some random rock? Dang, he's still trying to shoot me over here. I just gotta check this out. It's just a random rock. I'm gonna get rid of it so it doesn't trick me out anymore. Same thing with that one. So he's still trying to shoot me. I think he's given up. Good. Okay. Powah. Here we go. Alright, so we have everything set up for one of the multiple sources of oil here. We could cover this whole valley in power stations. And if we have to go up a little bit, we can, because we... Slide. You know, it's a little trickier. I have to hold down 2 buttons with my pinky. The way I'm geared up here. You'll be done. Okay. Alright. So we've got... I don't have the oil in here starting to flow yet. I was just putting the... no, I have other lines. Okay. I've just got to figure out how we're going to tie these in, the outputs from these refineries, into the grid over here, right? So each one of these produces 46.875 random numbers, but it ties back into 18.75, which there was a reason for that. Oh yeah. Each one of these by base does 7.5. So if you multiply that times 2.5, you get 18.75. I think. Right? No, that doesn't tell me. I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to check my math here. So 7.5. 7.5 times 2.5 equals 18.75. So that's why we've got that amount on there. I clear my notifications out. There we go. So that's why these do 18.75 by default. So this, by itself, without the power crystals, would power this with all the power crystals. Or 2.5 of these with no power crystals. So that's your math. That's why. Because 7.5 maths out to that. Now, that means if this can do 2.5 of them fully, this can do... crap, more math. That would be 2.5 times 2.5. I don't feel like doing it. One of these can do 6.25 of those, right? Okay, so that's our math. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.25 down there. So, if we math that out, so we've got 28. Is that right? Hold on. It's 2.5. So this itself can actually support 2.5 of these. Hold on. 2.5. How did I get 6? This math is blowing my brain right now. I apologize. So this it'd be 6 of these if it wasn't overclock. Okay. 2.5. So this is 18.75 full bore. 18.75. So this can do 2.5 days. So really, we need to run this. So however we do this. So every couple of watch me struggle with the math part of this. Let me see something. I've got hold on, not that one. Got a chart pulled up here. Turbo fuel 3.2 for burn time. We'll do 18.75 per minute. Excuse me. Alright, and that was... There's a tutorial online that takes 300 crude oil per minute and sends it... Let's see, that one actually wants to make turbo fuel. So 6 is... turbo fuel. Alright. I believe I'm at their stage 4? No, I don't have that one. Hold on, I'll check that in a minute. Stage 3 heavy orders do. Diluted fuel. Is this used turbo fuel? Compacted coal. Okay, this is what we're looking at. No. No, that's what we're doing. Okay. Turbo fuel. I was saying the 300 they're going to split into 71, but they're also not. I think they're running everything at base. So since we're honestly, I'm not like fully using all of this fuel because we've got not quite enough compacted coal coming in, so I've actually throttled it back there. So our supply should always be more, that we're going to get more fuel in here than we use because we're limited by this. But I have done the math and pulled it back to where we're running even with this. So we're going to be getting, so these 28 generators are based, or refineries are based off of how much compacted coal we have coming, which was what, 1,050, I believe. 28 times 37.5. Let's see here. 28 times 37.5. I think that's how I did the math. 28 times 37.5. Yeah, so 1050. There's actually a limit of how much sulfur we have coming in, I believe, based on 2 output lines there. I could be wrong, but I did the math of how much that will actually output. It's the actual sources that we have up there, so we could find another sulfur source, which is, it's going to ding for this first. We'd have to pull sulfur in from, let's see, that one is 654 meters away. I think there was more over there. Okay, that was just over 1,000 meters away, and then there's some way over there. So that would be our next closest source, and that would take a while to get here. I've ran conveyors in my previous playthrough to get all the stuff in here, but this is just the easiest to get to, so we could supplement that and do a few more of these refineries to get the maximum amount. I think we're sufficient with the amount of fuel we have coming in here, so that's going to keep it peaked without overpowering it necessarily. So, all right, so let me wrap my brain around this power issue again, or splitting issue. So we're making 46.875, which is 2.5 times that. So each one of these will run 2.5 of these units. So if I have a pipe from one coming in on the end, that's, ooh, okay, I see. 3. All right, fluidics. This pipe will only handle 600 per minute. So if we max that out, we can put, hold on one second. Okay, let's remember. It said started stream this morning.
Give me yours on.
Satisfactory.
Oh,
Okay, cool. All right. So that's for this month, and then this is for today. It's fine. Okie dokie, I am back. My camera? There's my camera. Okay. Needed to grab something from somebody real quick and then get my lunch ready, because it's about time to eat while we play here. Alright. Don't mind eating and playing. We can do that. Crack our water open. Okay. Alright. I like to have a protein bar on my work days. Easier to eat. Fill me up quite as much, so here's to lunch. Okay. All right. So as I was saying, $46.875 would take 600. 46.875. It would take almost 13 of these to fill up one of those pipes, right? Because those are 600 per minute. So one of these would power 2.5 of these units, right? So if we put power in, if we pull that fluid over in between each one of these, it should, and this is going to be messy, that's why we have it underneath this place. It should fill up, or it should run enough over here to run, let's see, 2.5 of these, right? So 1, 2.5, and then we'd run another one in over somewhere in here, and that would run these other 3. Or yeah, oh, hold on, 1, 2.5, right? And then put it in here and between these. Anyway, the main thing is, like, you can have a manifold set up like this where there's just one line where the fluids come in, but as long as the split at each junctions brings down the level for the next pipe. So like if I put if I had 600 flowing in here, this is going to take part of it out, this is going to take part out, this doesn't have 600 flowing through it, and then this takes more out, so there's even less flowing through here. So I could tie in more fluid here that would keep going on, and it wouldn't affect what's going on down here. Now you can put like valves and things in it too to limit the direction of the flow for some of those, but I'm gonna turn my camera off while I eat. Okay. But either way, like, there's ways to tie it in like that where it's not as big of an issue. So we've got 70 of these set up in the rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 10 rows, sharing 5 pipes. So 28 divided by 5. You forgive me. It's 5.6. So what's going to happen then is we're also going to tie the ends of these together. Because that excuse me, sorry, that's not an even number between that, which makes me think, is there a better way to split these up? Let's do that. So if there's just 4 of them, that'd be 7. Okay, all right. So 7. What would it take to divide 70 times 8? Let's see, 70 divided by 8. 8.75. See, there's not an even math to that. What's my last math one? So if there was 8 rows, then we could evenly split this, right? So, there's still a way to do this. We could figure out how many, excuse me, because we could tie this into the next one, split it where it needs to be split, have just X amount of oh shoot, I didn't tie those in. Well, while I'm thinking, let's go ahead and do this. We'll have our Pipes on there. No. There we go. It's enough food. Get up. Okay. Almost. That one. Don't fall. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do not. Oh, okay, I haven't even done this yet. I was gonna say, do not cause a lag like that when I'm over the void. That thought does not make me happy. Okay, let's get our splitters put in. Junctions, whatever you want to call them. Okay, game. Use your special names. Yeah, this has them, which doesn't... Pipe's connected again, so... I need to go back to the last one and do this too. Yeah. Cool. Nope. I wish there was something like an upgrade to the water extractors or the oil extractors. I think you should be able to take a pure node and like max it out to oh wait, never mind. It's maxed to 600. Maybe we need a better pipe that can carry more. I don't know. Excuse me. A couple more bites. Alright, let's double check the next one. Did that. This one we did. Yes, okay. And then this one. Cool. Alright. So logistically, if I was to pack... What was my math on that? So 12 of these. If I was to pack 12 of these into one pipe, the problem is it wouldn't make the flow rate that great. So what I would want to do, we might pair them up to do this, because 2 of these together can run 2.5, 2.5. Can run 5 units, right? 2 of them together can run 5 units, and then we could just go in between sets. Yeah, that might be the best thing to do. Let's pair these up. So let's throw a pipe on this to this. All right. And we're gonna throw a it doesn't want to go there. Right there. Back. And I did verify that we can do this part. This is important. We're gonna put a pipe hole right here. We're gonna put a pipe hole right. Okay, we're gonna move this. Let's get down here. We're gonna line it up with our. There we go. I don't know why it doesn't see that and try to line up. Uh-oh. Let's see what we can do. Noodle. That's gonna come up under here. Under where? Ha ha ha. No, somewhere right in here. Right about there. So let's just put a. No. Can we do center? Let's get on this. Center that up a little bit. Right about. This is the thing I don't like. It doesn't click the grid or anything. There we go. That seems to be centered. One more bite of food, and then I can get my camera back on this thing. Yep. The next one needs to come into this unit. Okay. Been very messy over here. That's all I'm saying. There. Okay. I'm not as worried about pipes looking clean underneath this, and I realize that's a problem for some, but it is possible to cover them up. So once we get it all laid, we can just put a foundation or a roof in there that would cover that up real good. Okay, and then we're going to tie two of these together and do the same thing again there. This could be a complete fail. I don't know. So E. Nowhere? Nowhere? Nowhere. Okay. Dave doesn't like that then. Let's get a different one. Noodle. Let's see. Horizontal, vertical. Straight. We'll try straight. See if we can get a. Let's put our hole down first. Boom, boom, boom. Get over here so I can see it. That's right. I've noticed Noodle tends to work most likely. I mean, like, be the most likely to work. Where did I put that? It's the middle of the. I didn't yet. Okay. Set this through. So it's carrying 2, 2.5. Let's be the half. Let's be the other half. Oh, down there. I already put it in. Okay. Maybe those two don't come here. We need to probably keep pairing these up and then find a pair that's closer. Because these we can send further over if we need to. Yeah, let's pair these two up. Let's keep pairing them. Well, we decided that straight is going to be our best bet for that. Insert floor hole. Why not? Nope. 7. Make noodle. Oh, auto works. We're still gonna go with noodle, just for consistency's sake. Oh, sorry. Camera back on. There we go. Going straight. And floor hole. And junction. Right there. Okay. Come back. Height. Not straight. Oh. Hi. I think it's because it curves so much it doesn't want to. The wrong button. E. Insert number 7. I wonder if auto would actually make it the shape it needs to be. Don't know. Don't know. That back around to middle. Alright. Click around to straight. Insert floor hole. Make junction. Connect pipe on noodle. Okay, cool. Now, okay, there we go. This right here. Let's go find the next one. So that's going to cover. So that one covers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 2 past it. So then this is going to cover 2, 3, 4. We're going to bring one in right here. Should work. And let's put floor hole first. Noodles, noodle. There we go. Okay, and then that means this one's going to need to connect down to that one, so that we can get that other half a unit in. All right. Yeah. Or another full unit. Yeah. We need to switch to straight. There we go. Let's put it right in there. Oh, no. Nope. Right next to the machine as close as possible. I don't want to click though. There we go. Now we're going to come on down. Come on down. Is that? No, I don't like that. We're going to get rid of this and we're bringing in from there. Should look better. Let's see. It still has that little bulge when it makes the turn. Oh well. That's enough to carry one of these machines, right? And then the next one would be right here. So let's put a floor hole. And okay, so that should take care of this 4 and one of those. Okay, and that one's already taken care of from the other side. These 4. So then we're going to go between these 2. Here. So it's starting to work out. I see a plan coming in. I'm starting to understand what's going on. All right. Should have just been on noodle, right? Because I haven't. Yeah, it should stay on noodle. That's going to take care of. Let's see. It's those 4 plus 1. This is going to be these 4 plus one of those. So really, we need to connect this in and bring power in there. And we are... Okay, we don't have our edge out here yet. Yeah, let's run that edge down here. Oh, forgot to zoop. We run this half slab all the way across, then we should have enough room for that. Oh, man. Well, looks like it's time to redesign the station again. Now I just need to move the supply to the other side. That's all it needs. I mean, we'll be clear. We'll be clear, don't worry. Oh well. Alright, where am I at? I am... Two, and then we need half. So then we're going to run this around to the next set of pipes. Now we do need straight. Come out. I'm still going to hug as close as I can to this machine. Okay, then somewhere in this we're going to bring up source. I mean, it could be anywhere, honestly. This would be good. Just do it right here. Pipe hole? Split here. Junction. It's not really a splitter per se. Oh. That covers those two as well. Okay, alright. So then right here we are next one. I think I may just run it without the power crystals to begin with, because it's still gonna like get them going without it, and then we can come back and add power crystals. So that's gonna cover 1, 2, 3, 4, and one of those. So then this one's gonna go with the next set, and we're gonna do a thing right here. Cool. That one. Am I doing something wrong here? No. Okay. Just double checking. Gotta go all the way back. Dang it. Okay. There's that and two of these and two of these. And we're coming in here, and this is going to cover these two, and one of these. And that's going to cover this one, and then those two and those two, right? So then we've got the same thing down here. I mean, not quite the same. We have shifted one over, so it's... So this is going to connect with an input between there, and it's going to cover one of those two machines. Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of that and that. And we'll just pull it while we're here. Let's go ahead and flip over to straight. Push back to noodle. Okay, hold on. So that was those two, these two, and one of those. Okay, good. And then one of those and these two is going to have an input right here. there. Connect pipe. And that covers these two. Alright, and then these two right here. These two and one of those. Okay. Now we're getting it. What the? I don't know that they did that. Hold on. One of those. Okay. Then we're going to connect the end. The next section. Let's delete this off. Oh, last one too. Sweet. Let's see how this evens out. It should be an even number here. Switch to straight. So one of those with... Oh! Didn't take. There we go. Two of these and two of these. So right in the middle here is where our next input's at. Good. Get the middle there. Click, press E. Line that up as best as possible. No, back to noodle. There we go. There's those two. And then we have these two here. There. That's going to cover these two and one of these. Yes, and then down at the end we have these two and one of those. So it's even all the way through. Everything works out math-wise. It's lovely. That, press E to get our junction on here. That's perfect. Perfect as we're going to get. Alright, sweet. So now we just have to go underneath and hook all those. That should be 20 or 14. Got to split these into pairs and hook them up to that. But hey, that's one step closer. Let me check that email real quick. I have my email open. Hold on. No, junk mail. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we also need to tie these together and get them ready to be output as well. So let's go ahead and do that while we're here. Nope, not that one. Straight. Not work. It's a tough one. Should we go between there or out in here? I feel like if we just go ahead and tuck it into this spot here, we'll keep it out of the way, right? So, and then we're going to pipe. Nope. Nope. Straight. Hole. Junction. Pipe. Straight. Let's go ahead and run. That's probably the better way to do this. Go ahead and run all the pipes like this. We're in straight mode, right? And come back and put all the holes in while we're in hole mode. I like that even though this does overlap their hitboxes, it will allow you to do this and it doesn't clip or anything. So there's that. Good. And then we're going to go into 1, 2... Oh, wait. Go ahead, yeah, go ahead and go to noodle mode. We're going to switch over to junction. Alright, what was that about? Missed phone calls. I don't know who it was. Hold on. I need to check something real quick. What was that number at? Nope, that's not them. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to read stuff on my phone real quick. So I dropped my phone and cracked the screen. And it's a blurry mess. Right now, I've got a part ordered for it, but a new screen ordered for it, but I don't have that yet. So it's messy. It's hard to read. Anyway. Oh, but I did have my controls on there, didn't I? Hold on. No, that's not the right one. Hold on. Let's cycle this through real quick. There, it caught up. Good. Voicemail? Oh, shoot. Second, let me see. Gosh, I can't even see where my phone's at anymore. Is that my phone? I need to go. So I have this issue with Android right now because I use an Android phone. The visual voicemail doesn't show up in the app for some reason. So what I have to do is go into the app or go into the settings for the app and delete all the storage, and then it will then it'll let me open the app and voicemail will be there, but it's not always there. Okay, let's see here. Will that one show up? New voicemail. Alright, give me 1 second. I need to check this real quick. And I'll be right back. Find my controls. Where'd my control go? Right. Oh, yeah. Right back. Sorry, there we go. Microphone's back too. All right, we're back at it. Let me get the screen pulled back up over here. There we go. All right, sorry about the little break. Those have to happen sometimes so I can get work done. That's important. Okay, we're pulling this one back from down there. We just got to loop around that. We've got, what, two more sources to hook up. So we're gonna run a platform over here real quick so we can grab that one. It's got to go. Ooh. Either it goes around or this goes around. I don't know which is gonna be better. This can go away in just a second. Let's loop this one back around there. This, there's that. Alright, good. It's the other juice. Alright, so it's gonna go from here to here. And we just gotta take this one down there. And we'll have it. And out there a little bit. There we go. Sweet. Okay. We've got all of our turbo fuel tied in with our fuel burning units. So the only other thing we need to do is start firing things up here a little bit at a time. Right? So if we can get these refineries started, so let's tie in our oil, get those started, and then start firing up blenders one at a time, and then start firing up some of these one at a time. I just need to see how did I tie in the blenders? I think start from this end. See that one? It's output orange. I can't see. He went all the way over there though, didn't it? Okay. So this blender on this end is going to start this first set of refineries here. Yeah, okay. So this one we'll fire up first. Power up. So we need to go ahead and start running power up here. Oh, well, okay. Excuse me. Let's get our oil flowing, and then we'll run power up here and see how we go from there. Okay? So, in order to do that, we need to get one of these far lines up the building and up to that equalizer I have set up. The head lift should be fine, so let's see where we want to pull it in at. Okay, it looks like I have a blower hole right there. So this whole thing, once we get this fired off, I can tear this out and move the edge of this building back where it's supposed to be. Right? That's just where I put it, and then I realized it needed to come back. So with that hole there, I think we should go directly below and come right here, maybe. And if we want to go below the foundation, we run these pipes in below, we can do that. Or this is our front here. There's room on the side. We could run pipes in through here without a problem. So if I bring a pipe down, let's go ahead and click on one of those. This thing straight down, and we're going to set this to, yeah, right, that was it. Horizontal and vertical. And is that a straight line? Right there. There we go. Okay. Don't worry about it clipping through this because it's not going to do that all the time. So we're going to come over here. We need to have a wall set up. Which means we need to do this right here. Number 7. This is where it's going to be 8. Is going to be our glass wall right there. Let's just do that. Okay. Alright, and then we need to put a wall hole directly in front of this. And those are... Hold on. Okay, sorry. Back in. The wall holes. Wall holes, guys. Wall hole. Wall hole. Wall hole. We'll color that in a bit. That means we need to bring these pipes on down here. Give them a little skibbity-doo. Do-do-do-do. We need to make that a straight. Top one. Sure. Let's actually make it the bottom one if we can. Because then we can go above that if we want to do another setup at the top. Go. No. I see my problem. We actually want to do this here. Come into here. Then go up to that. And what we're looking at. Reset. Why don't we run it backwards so it'll do that first? Yeah, I like that better. Good. Okay. We need to color it. I'm trying to color coordinate all this stuff. I learned that it's good to keep them all the same color. That way you know what everything's for. Ooh, that's not as straight as I wanted it to be. That's straight. This is not. Hold on. So, rethink that a little bit. So changing all that. Get rid of that. It's okay. I'd rather straighten it out now than have to interrupt production. So, did I click on it? Okay. Yeah. That's better. It's back over. It shifts it over a little bit. That'll work. And then we're gonna put that right there. And now we'll come out here. Do the same thing. Grab the building first. Connect it. There we go. We're just gonna pull our customizer back out and paint these things black. No, that's just the crude oil. Alright, so that should start filling up here. I believe I have power. Yeah, we have power running out. Let's see how that's doing over here real quick. Yep, it's buffering. Good. Yeah, if we start by powering these on this end, we can things going like that. So we're gonna do that. Grab this power line here and attach it there, and then we're gonna. Sorry, I messed up. Just go ahead and grab that off. Where's the grab? Alright. Saw it. Oh, hold it right there. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Here. And then we get power again. We're gonna go up top here. I like using these columns to run power on. The power needs to be above. So go ahead and up there. Run that over to the edge of that. Right there. Good. And then we can grab this down to that. There we go. Okay. So we need to power this sink. Put it up above that. Just gonna run that now. All that can be destroyed. Awesome. Cool. Alright, that's just one of them. Now that means we're sending fuel down to here. So let's go ahead and get power. I'm not going to hook those up yet, but we're going to go ahead and at least run above them. So they're ready to hook up whenever we're ready for that. I want to do those just yet. Okay, good. And then we're going to power this one. So let's run from there over to above this. Where's the power slot? Right there. We're going to come here. Go straight up above that. There we go. And now let's run this blender. So it should be getting fuel. Water's already coming in. Awesome. All right. That's going to be making that. And what are we powering with this one? Who's this hooked up to? Fuel is being sent out to... Let's go underneath and see. For 1 second. Anyway, all right. Yeah, that was one of the blenders. These are my blender packs? What's going on here? I didn't... Okay. Let's see. I have these. Shoot. All right. I think I'm better off just digging my foundation out. Oh, that's right. It just goes into... They're all tied into the, like a manifold. Okay. Well, let's power up this thing. Let's get power over to one of these refineries. Let's see here. I'm going to pause for just a brief second here. Okie dokie. I am back. Okay. We are connecting power to the refineries. So we start producing le fuel. Let's go back behind that. We're going to tie this to that one. Yes! Okay. We're making turbo fuel. Alright, now this is going to go as fast as it can. And it's going to start sending turbo fuel to... Wait, hold on. What's this one? All right, I need to be marking these real quick. Let's go ahead and turn these into red. Customizer. What do I don't have anything with red on the top. It's purple. I need red. Can you do more than one custom? I don't know if there's a way to here make a separate custom swatch right here. There's not an edit button. Hmm? Can edit this, I guess. No, that's not it. Hold on. Edit. Red. Switch those around. Well, even it's the point. No, that's not what I want. Edit. This one needs to be red. Red? Okay, well, we'll go with that for now. So all these coming out are turbo fuel. We're gonna go back through here. This should help too. If I get these right there colored, I can find them underneath easier. Alright, so just a little bit, once we get all this done, we can fire up some of the fuel burners. So that one should do 2.5 of them. Uh-oh. We seem to have missed a pipe. Noodle mode. To clean pipe. There we go, and then we gotta go back in. Okay. So done. Okay. Eh. Painting all the pipes red. Now the thing is, rocket fuel is also red. So how do we differentiate between the two when we have that going on? I might have to find another way to do that. Okay, the back end of this is going to be red, 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 red. The best way to just make sure you know what fuels, because like if you mix your fuels together, and if I'd have done this before I went underneath the time in, it would have made it a lot easier to know what I was looking up. Right? Well, somewhat. I mean, I guess there's a flaw to that thinking. So red pipe, red, red, red. Did not mean to paint that red. Yeah, I did some. I think I did. We'll see. I don't think they'll actually take the color anyway, so I don't think it matters so much. We have to get those on top as well. Not that, but that. Right there, which is up to this, I believe. Yeah, there we go. That. Okay. That has to be turbo fuel as well. It is quite a mess down here now, somewhat, because of the way we pipes running everywhere. Let's see, that one comes out of red, so it is also going to be red. Do, 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 do. Okay, and that's that. I know these are also red here, so we're gonna click around here real quick and get these painted while we're out here. That and that, good. Can I get that? I can't. Good, good. Ugh. I'm missing one over there. I need to go get that. So here's our next one. There. Good. And get that red. No, it's gotta go anyway. Yeah, that one right there. And there. Okay, that should be all of that one. Got this one. Let's just double check. Yep. It's one of our turbos. And here and here. There's a couple more out here we need to get. And go back around here. Good. That was one as well. Good. Yep, this one. And that, and that. Over to this next side and we'll have it. There's like two, if I can get between those two pipes over there, I can get it all. Leave. Yep, here. Okay. That and that. Dang it. Okay. You know what? And come up, 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 up. Go. I think it's just right here. And no, hold up. Customizer back out. There and there. That should do it. Okay. So we have turbo fuel coming out of one of these. Unfortunately, it is trying to fill this one. Is that it? This one right here. Yeah. It's trying to fill all of that pipe system. So if that one is tied in with this right here, it comes up right here. Right there we go. That one. We should be able to fire up. Yeah, it's filling that one up. So let's get power to this first set of power supplies. Let's go ahead and throw a grid over them. So I'm gonna hook power up to it. This is how we use up all of our steel supply. Yeah. I like the look of this for my roofs. Kind of keeps it open, gives me something to put power to. Where is the power socket? Down there. So 2 above this gets us to right about. Oh yeah, I guess I should pick that first. There. Okay. And then pull power over to here. Let's just go ahead and let's bring it there because it's going to get both of these lines here. We're going to throw one right up here in front of that as well and tie that to that. No, it's not gonna fill up though, because it's trying to fill the entire pipeline right now. However, that did boost our power, so I should start being able to get more of these refineries up and running. So that was that one. So let's pair it up with this one. So let's go ahead and get power to this one as well. That. And I said what? 6. Oops. Okay, alright, there's one of my misclicks. Let's get that back to normal. I mean, I could custom color these so I know what they're refining too. So we'll make those purple and make these red. I don't know if I want to go quite that crazy with it. Alright, let's see if that's given enough for this to keep up. Okay, that's max. Staying max. Let's give this one a go too. Let's see, let's get that power. And then we're going to pull. Oh, what is it? Is power on the back side of this? Is that what's at? Yeah. Right to the edge of that. We're going to go there, and then directly above this. Let's say there. Okay. 2 of these. Okay. There we go. That takes care of those 2 units down below. So this system is now self-sustaining. Now, each pair of those can support 2, 4, look at that, 5 of these, right? What? Oh, on the wrong side. Each pair of these can support 5 of those. So they're churning away pretty good. I'm okay with that. So let's get what's closest to that input. This one's going to be next. Put our crystals in there. Come across here and do the same thing. And then we're going to pull power over these 2 as well. Alright, so 2. And over here. Alright, so same thing there. We're going to grab power off of this. We're going to come down to this one. Right. Like that. Straight up on that. Okay. I think it's losing because it's not, it's still filling up the pipeline. And that's a lot of pipeline. It's not. We'll cut this out right now. Let's just double check and see what we got here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 4. Right. So if we cut that right there, it should more than fill this up. Well, yeah, it's going to fill it. Let's go ahead and paint it. Oh, didn't get that one. Oh, paint the units. So we need to get this one there. We'll tie this back in after a bit, but right now I want to make sure we have enough coming in to keep these running. That's 4 of them. We could tear out the bottom units completely at the moment, or we could keep bringing more of these online. Slowly ramp up that production. So what's our next one? Let's see. Hold on. So in line would be that output there. Right here, which one on this side? That's sending out way back there. Okay. This is where things get a little crazy. I need to see the power grid. This power generator is probably the closest thing. The power grid. Okay, so we're gonna try to. Okay, we're producing more max construction, but we also don't have these units hooked up. Yeah, okay. And that's just the stuff over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some more refineries and keep an eye on this level here. And as we add more refineries, we can turn on more. Oh, sorry. Clicked on the wrong thing. Let me just mix this up. So if we come out, I just want to see, that's not going to fill up any other pipeline because we've got it tied into just this way. We've got it limited. Let's go ahead and tie that in and see. It's not full. It's not full. But at least fill up. Also only have one of these going. Oh. That's starting to back up a bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's staying backed up. All right. Let's bring these blenders online, all of them, and take it from there. So, power to the blenders. What line are we on? Okay, we're coming out from that then. It's fine. There, let's get this one going. Just kind of midway through that, that's where we're at. There we go. All this set over here. Oh yeah, that's good. Where? Ah! Okay, it's really hard to point at them. Let's get all these up and running. Yeah, good. We saw that. We also don't have enough refineries to process all this, so let's go ahead and get those fired up real quick. Everything hooked in. So. It's all of those in. And hopefully, see, that's what, 8 times 50 is 400, right? Yeah, 8 times 50 is 400. This conveyor shouldn't have a problem processing all that and bringing it over. So if we need it for anything later, we can always put in a overload or overfill junction so that whatever we're sending it to won't Great, now let's start bringing these online. Just gonna be able to read my power on here. Alright, we're still doing good. A few of these might actually throw that off, but we'll get there. So this is what we're consuming, this is what we're generating, this is the max right now. So let's start bringing on a few of these. I feel like they probably aren't quite as much as the blenders themselves, but excuse me. Let's check that power. Let's reconnect those pipes. Let's see if we're getting them. It's getting there. Let's put this on straight. Connect. Gotta get power. Get power. You know what? What if we hook them all up, but don't put the crystals in for now? We just have to figure out which ones do and don't have the crystals in there. We also haven't been hooking up those. So we good to do. Just refineries. Well, we got a bunch of them on the other side that hooked up there. So. Freaking mess. Let's see if we can stinking mesh, stinking mesh. There. That. So it's gonna hook up to that. Okay, so bring that straight up. You're right here. This will hook to that, and then this will hook to that, hopefully. Slowly but surely, this is going to use the power. The actual heck? What was I trying to hook up when that one over there? This one? Maybe. Oh, okay. Okay. That's crazy. Trick is, as I pull these online, I'm hooking up power generators too. And that should give us sufficient power to actually keep going with it. There's there. there. It may not be at max level right now, but it is something to see. We're creeping, man. We're creeping. We'll come back through there and well, they should be able to fill up a little better now. Just running. Just running. Just gonna go there. This one just come up to there, and then that. We'll tie to that. Okay. So that's 7 power generators. Well, I think there's a little more than that. This one's running max. Can it fill up? It's filling. It's filling. All right. Let's go back through and throw in some power crystals. Ramp up production a bit more. Go. Okay, that was our power. Okay, yeah, now we're talking. Let's just double check these real quick. Yep. This isn't hooked up. Good. So all of them that are hooked up are running off the power crystals. They've got a full supply in there, and now we have met demand. This is just this area too. So max construction on the circuit, which is just the stuff over here. Because remember, we didn't tie into our main power grid with this area. We just hooked up the 3 geothermals to start powering everything over here. And then I got 1 oil unit doing 2 fuel burners going. And that's all we had originally. So this area over here is well beyond self-sustaining. We've got maybe 9 units going so far. So that's good. Yeah, let's just double check if all the refineries are hooked up. That will be our max draw. Because these don't actually draw anything, they produce. Let's just see. No. Okay, we don't have all the refineries hooked up. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's tie all the refineries in here. So let's do that. Straight up. Tie that in. Over here, let's go straight up above this. Okay, let's do that. I think I find it's better to do it this way and then tie it in like that, okay? Okay. Did that connected? Okay, good. The fact that the power indicator's white would let me know that it connected. There we go. Okay. Still good. All right, let's go through and start tying power into these. Take it from there. Now, right here, we could probably do both sides to the same connector. So if we did that to that, good. And then same thing over here, that to that. We can update these connectors if we need to do like extra tubes. So we'll have multiple connections on it. And more connections. Oh, this should be fine. I think this would be 4 we connect to. Yeah, no. This again is without the power crystals in them to begin with. We'll upgrade those as needed or as available. Honestly, don't want to use all my power crystals over here. So if it comes down to that, we'll probably just leave them running lower power for now. But knowing that we have the resources here available, so they just need to be upgraded. And there we go. That, and good. Alright, we're going to come through this second row over here and start that. Whatever. Overclocking. Nice. Still good for a little bit. Yeah, look at that. More power. More power. Oh, that was already clocked. Overclock. So this one is overclocked. Awesome. Let's come in here. Ace, that is max. I think we've got all of our supplies being sent out. We should easily fill the pipeline. Time to get more power crystals. Okay. Power shards. We'll take a bunch. Yeah, okay. Oop. Keep in mind, this is 1/4 of the oil available here to us. Alright, let's run more ceiling grid. Here! Tap! Come on! Dirt! Oh, too much. There we go. It's every bit of my steel. Yeah. Okay. Here. Those are running, so I need to run wire in between these. So let's pull it over. Take it down this beam, this junction between them right there. Okay, we're going between now. We're going to go right there, that, and that. One more connection. That. The next one. No, hold up. I didn't grab it, okay. Give me that. This. And the next one. Next one. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and hook our power up to all of these, and then we'll come back through and see. I'll get power crystals on me. Then the next thing is just to check this. this power grid over here and see how good it is, how much we're producing overall. Alright, up there. So I've thought about doing some overlays for Satisfactory. I don't know if they're necessary. I like the, I mean, I like to have that. I just don't know. Is that something we need on every game, or is it just something that's good to have sometimes? So there, we're shooting way up. We are still staying full. Yeah, buddy. We're going to knock this out. Let's see what we got. 22,000 megawatts and climbing as we go. I can't remember what our old the main grid was running. But this will so tie into that once we get this finished up. 3.5 thousand. I mean, really, it's like it's 24 gigawatts. Gigawatts? I don't know how we pronounce that. Alright, there's that. Now we just need to tie power to the next section. And then we've got a couple more places to do that. Let's go ahead and go over here. Put power from there over to something between here. Either one of those beams will do. First thing, you take it to the end here, though. Here. Yeah, we'll follow this thing down. Oh, come on, right there. Okay. Double check here. I'm expecting a phone call. Right. Text message. We need something. Let me check that. Sorry, text message. Done. Okay. Both of those? Good. Alright, now over here. That was weird. Why were those trains green or blue? Still blue? They are still blue. What is this? Huh? What is this devilry? I've never seen, I've never seen this happen. What is this? I don't know. Anyway, let's get back up here and not be distracted. Alright. Back through with... ...30 gigawatts. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be gigawatts because that's what we always call them, right? Every like a gig of this, a gig of that. I don't know. They are just words. I'm sure they can be pronounced many different ways, depending on what country you learned, what language you learned first. What part of the country you're in, region of the world, or kind of things. It's weird. I don't know why those are blue. Okay, we've got just a little bit more. Let's go ahead and extend our ceiling out the rest of the way. Yeah, that's it. Go. Where I need to be anyway. Ball threat. This one running? No, it's not. That is. Okay, so right in here is where we need to be next power line. Between those two. Second. We're still good. Okay. Two. And it's going to come between these two units to the end. Right there is good. Okay, cool. Excuse me. It's almost snack time, man. What's that? Double check the calendar real quick. Looks like there's lightning in the area right now. So if for some reason we get disconnected, it's probably due to the storm. So this row. Almost. That's okay. So last in this row. Okay, let's go ahead. Loud thunder. Loud thunder. There's a lot of power usage up front to get this thing running here. I think we are coming out on the better end of this. Towards hope I have enough of these crystals. It's like the rain's starting to come down outside. Alright, let's go back down here, top power in for these last row of generators, and then let's just double check we're still staying topped off. This should be perfectly balanced. These should have all the fuel ready for them at the moment. Let's get rid of this little excess piece here. It's not necessary. It's just going to store fuel that it doesn't need to. So that can come down here. That's fun. Right there on the end, and then we're gonna go here. You know what? I'd rather let's move it back to the middle of that main. Have it all on the edge necessarily. Right there. I mean, it's on that edge, but. Two. Start at the above me. Two more. Just want to show those numbers. I think it might hook up without those numbers displaying. Sometimes it'll be hooked up, but like that technically didn't show up. All right, last row. Might be enough here. You have no power here. All right, now we got it. We're gonna have to do some adventuring to get more power slabs. I can tell you that for sure. Okay, that's it. So, roughly 44 gigawatts of energy being produced now. And I've got to come through and paint all these red. It's done. Sweet. Let's come over here. Let's just check it out. So we've got a power pole here. We'll go down and disconnect the. Okay, it varies a little bit. I think that's just the. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that and that. They're superfluous. Completely superfluous. Okay. So. Oh, darn it. Okay. Now, all that from one pipeline of oil. One pipeline. We got another 600 there, which would do just as much. One of these, actually two of those, both of these end up having enough, because there's two of them, two 300s and then another 600. So, and then this one is just, we're free to do whatever we want with that one. All right, well, I think that's about it. I think I'm going to call the stream there. We got a lot done today. Yeah, I've been back for about an hour. So we got a lot done. I still need to do some cleaning up. Once we get the bottom set up and running, we can cover that up with something different than this. Right now, that was just for us to get around. So we're going to rip all that out, cover it back up. But I think that's a good start. Like I say, our power supply is now sufficient for a while. We've got to, like, the bottom, the problem with running the bottom level is, as far out as that goes, this can't. So it can't match up with what's above it, because we've got to deal with this stuff. We might have to do like a separate building or something. I don't know. We'll have to figure this out, because this, and again, we don't have to tap all the power, and I think that's good enough. Now we just need to tie this into our main grid, would be the other step we'd have to do. So but yeah, I think that's about it. So let me see here. Let's get over there to controls. Thank you so much for joining me today for this stream. If you're watching afterwards, don't forget to follow. Don't forget to subscribe if you've seen this on YouTube. I'm so glad to have everybody that does actually watch this. I don't have a ton of people that do, but hey, everybody that does, I appreciate it. I really do. So thanks so much for joining the stream. I will catch you guys Thursday with another Minecraft stream. Yay! So that's coming up, and we'll keep kind of staying with this Satisfactory and Minecraft thing. I will get some more Destiny up. I just didn't make it in yesterday. Didn't make enough time for that. We'll try to get some more Monday Destiny streams coming up, just not this week. So I will catch y'all later. Have a good week. Bye bye.